At the 2021 Mid-Season Invitational, Pentanet GG became the first team from the Oceanic region to survive an international tournament beyond the first round. While this achievement would have been historic in any year, recent events have made Pentanet's run even more special. In fact, the very existence of a team representing Oceania is nothing short of a miracle. After Riot Games pulled out of the region entirely, there were questions around whether the region could continue as anything more than a feeding ground for North America. But just like the team that brought them to new heights at MSI, Oceania defied all expectations, overcoming enormous obstacles and brushing off low expectations from the rest of the world. This is the story of a region that pulled itself back from the brink of destruction. This is the story of Oceania, life after Riot. The first Oceanic server for League of Legends was brought online in 2013. 2 years later, Riot Games introduced the Oceanic Pro League, giving the region its own professional esports league and the opportunity to compete for a spot at the annual World Championship. While its player base is passionate about League of Legends, Oceania is at a distinct disadvantage in professional play. The region is too far away from other esports relevant regions to effectively practice with other teams, and the rank ladder is limited to the small player base local to its servers. In 2017, Oceania would finally make it to a World Championship tournament, with some help from Riot's revised play-in system, but as previously mentioned, the region would exit early each year. The loyal fanbase continued to support its homegrown teams. As the region developed, some players would even gain the attention of major teams in bigger regions, traveling across the world to compete in the LCS or LEC. Despite its inherent challenges, there was hope that Oceania could continue to develop and make its mark on the game. Unfortunately, Riot Games had other plans. Not only was Riot completely shutting down the OPL, the only pro-level competitive infrastructure in the region, but closing its Sydney office entirely. The company was pulling up stakes and getting out of town. While the region would still retain its MSI and World spots, without a league to compete in, Oceanic teams were at an even greater disadvantage than before. Given the abrupt nature of the announcement, and the fact that the news dropped so close to the World Championships, many have likened this event to the sudden destruction of the Heroes of the Storm Global Championship. Still, there were those who refused to be broken. Legacy Esports, who would go on to represent Oceania at the 2020 World Championship, put out a statement the same day saying that the organization would remain committed to the game and intended to pursue international competition, regardless of Riot's support. Even though many were still grappling with the pain of being abandoned by their creators, there was yet another roadblock that they had to get past. As a consolation to the players who would be losing their professional league, Riot announced that all Oceanic players would be treated as residents of North America. This meant that LCS teams could sign players from Oceania without affecting their 2 import limit. While this would be good news for players like Fudge and Lost, who had already made a name for themselves in the LCS Academy, it meant that even if Oceania managed to field a solid team for international events, those top players were more likely to be snatched up by LCS teams, making it even more difficult for Oceania to have a competitive team. However, just a few months after the league was left for dead, it managed to claw its way back. OCE will not be silenced, read the first line of ESL's press conference in bold, defiant letters. The tournament organizer, responsible for some of the biggest events in all of esports, had teamed up with Guinevere Capital, the owners of OCE team, Direwolves, to launch the League of Legends circuit Oceania, an 8-team league that would serve as the successor to the OPL. On February 23rd, less than 6 months after they were left out to dry, Oceania's pro teams returned to the Rift to compete for a spot at MSI. It was from this inaugural season that Pentanet GG would emerge victorious and punch its ticket to Iceland. Oceania couldn't have asked for a better representative to declare to the world that the region was alive and well.
Yeah, I mean, the news last year obviously was a big shock to everyone. It was really, got us hit by like a pretty big truck because like there was not really any warning either. So we all had to sort of make the decision if like we're gonna really just try and stick to it and do like the part-time stuff, which is what Pentanet are doing right now. And yeah, like it was rough, like honestly. In terms of like how well they did, like not even I like really, like I definitely doubted them. I'm sure like most people would have doubted them going into the tournament just because of like they're playing literally part-time, like they're probably not scrimming as much as like any teams. The salaries I don't even really want to talk about. It's all really bad stuff. So no, like for them to do as well as they've done is like pretty short of just amazing. Yeah, I'm like pretty proud of the region, and I'm sure like a lot of people are.
You still see Baron is live. Now let's see. Nanasik getting himself back, but no Kha'Zix ulti's a big problem for the upcoming team fight. Decoy goes in with a dredge line onto the enemy support. Nanasik's already dead. Praedyth going in, looking for another. Lodic's going to be taken down. Double kill over to the Oceanic AD carry. Victor ulti's looking to do some work, but work will not be done. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in international competition, Oceania will make it past the first round. You can take apart the region.
Not only did Pentanet make history, but they did so in a way that captured the hearts of the international LoL community. From Pabu's highlighter green hair to Chaz's unique champion picks, a minor region team with less than 5 wins in the entire tournament became one of the biggest stories of the whole event. You couldn't ask for a better way to kick off your new league and bring attention back to Oceania.
You guys know about Solo Bolo?
Solo Bolo.
I know about Solo Bolo and World's Champ.
King.
While Pentanet's story is nothing short of miraculous, there are still plenty of challenges ahead for Oceania. Without the added value of serving as marketing for the game itself, have even more pressure placed on their shoulders to build the LCO into a league that can not only develop its teams, but also generate revenue. Still, there is hope. Even without direct support from Riot Games, the popularity of League of Legends itself garnered the LCO a sponsorship with DoorDash. The on-demand food delivery app recently signed a sponsorship deal with the National Rugby League and saw the Oceanic League as a part of their investment into the online gaming community. While so much remains uncertain about the future of Oceania in League of Legends, one thing is clear. By staying true to themselves, embracing their place in the global community, and having fun playing their favorite video game, Pentanet has introduced a new wave of fans to the Oceanic region. Now, it's up to the LCO to keep them, and try to make history at the biggest tournament in all of esports, the League of Legends World Championship. This video is made possible thanks to our wonderful patrons. Massive thank you to everyone on this list, and shout out to Jason, B, Brendan, Foxy, Iron, Lyra, Mauve, Nate, Nathan, Oshayo, Sierra, Shampoo, Weeaboo, Spartacus, and Yashichi for being platinum supporters. And an extra special shout out to Steven, Noodles, Marco, and Mookie for being diamond supporters. We hope you guys loved this video. If you also want to support our channel and unlock perks, check out the Patreon link in the description below or join our Discord server. If you want to help us out in a different way, leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell to stay up to date is also appreciated. My name's Jonah, thanks for watching.